though, those are almost assuredly going to be the cards that he sides out, and into his deck will likely come cards like the Molcharmies or Droll and Lockbird, maybe Dimension Shifter if he feels like that lines up well in this matchup. But it's an interesting deck building decision, having an entirely unique engine in your side deck.
Well, I mean, you know, we used to do the old smoke screen of changing the deck strategy basically by shuffling everything in. Effectively, he did that the honest way, literally by changing it one by one. But shows you if you're going to get to the World Championship, you still got to get through the World Championship qualifier. But many interesting decks can do it. And I think what's so fascinating about watching the Alistar gameplay is it doesn't look like any other deck, right? I'm fusing by returning banished cards back to the graveyard. I'm basically doing alchemy as Alistar is known. You cannot be an imposter when he's around, as we've seen recently from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card Game Chronicles anime. But I think Shannon may be the real deal, man. I think Shannon may be him. So we'll see, but Kazuma obviously very strong. Equally up here, both of these duelists, X and 3, both of them still technically in contention. Both of them could still make the coveted top 8 spot.
I feel like they're using.
I really like the vision inclusion in this deck. Any deck that can justify vision already has a leg up, in my opinion. Sky Striker is probably the most popular example of that right now. Unfortunately, in Game 1, it wasn't exactly the greatest thing for Shannon, but we got to see in that game more specifically how not only just, of course, vision, but the entire Radiant Typhoon package can allow him to establish the wind attribute as necessary and build up.
I've seen some like nasty top deck.
Honestly, insulate his board in ways that are probably unanticipated. I haven't really seen a lot of invoked Radiant Typhoon. I've seen invoked for sure. I've seen invoked maybe potentially utilizing more obviously fusion-based strategies. Shadal's, for instance, got recent support. Draco Tail's been around for a while. Typhoon, though, Radiant Typhoon, fusion monsters.
Oh, sorry.
I like it. I like it.
Me too. And let's get loud here because it is Game 3 of the last round of Swiss. One of these duels may make it. So let's do it. You two in the chat, start telling us who you think's going to win. Now the crowd quiets down as we get into it.
Stand by me.
So I see in terms of interaction that Shannon has a copy of Ash Blossom. So Kazuma starts with a welcome home.
I'll use effect, send for cost.
And now he's going to send for cost Harmonia. I think this instantly gets met with Ash Blossom.
Love the magic show. Shannon just flipping that over.
So now it's on Kazuma. Does he have? He does not. He does not have an Elfnote extender.
Pass turn. Shannon.
I've been here before.
Hadn't even looked at his hand for a bit, so now he's got his 4 cards. Time to draw the 6 technically, but fit in his hand. Oh, and wow, it's Magical Meltdown.
As you can anticipate, you'd assume Welcome Home is not the best starter. Very easily met by Ash Blossom, a sign of weakness. Having to send away a Harmonia to very costly. That could have provided some form of interaction here on Shannon's turn. Shannon, as you just mentioned, is going to start with Magical Meltdown. Search out the classic Alistar the Invoker.
Normal summon Alistar. Here we go. Adding Invocation from the deck to the hand, or there it is.
The classic. We see already a Fire Monster, a Dark Monster in the graveyard. The brand new Invoke Serath requires a Fire Monster, so he sees that Ash Blossom there.
The biggest brain.
You know, sometimes you would see Alistar turn into something like Almirage in order to establish the Fire Monster. He doesn't necessarily need to do that because the Ash Blossom is there. But we'll see what he elects to do. I will trust Shannon. Shannon's going to bring out the Almirage nevertheless. If you played Invoke 3 or 4 years ago, you are very familiar with this.
I believe I caught him earlier saying he had the biggest brain. Well, if he wants to win in this turn, he's going to need it. But banish Alistar and Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. And let's see what the fusion is. A couple of different options.
And this makes a lot of sense. Why? The way Invoked is played today is different than a few years ago. Why would he want to do it this way? Now that allows him to utilize the Ash that was in the graveyard and keep an extra Link monster on the field, that Almirage. This deck utilizes Links way more than early iterations of Invoke strategies. So now he basically has that free body by turning that normal summoned Alistar into Almirage.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We do see, though, a Ghost Bell.
Still a couple of cards in hand, but that may have slowed things down. Looks like instead, though, maybe we are going to link these two off. If you do that for maybe a Cross Sheep, more advantage, and SP Little Knight, you could banish additional cards, which will be able to attack directly this turn. So let's see what he ends up going for.
Imagine it's going to be Alistar, the Invoker of Madness. Now he's going to be able to use Sorath. This will allow him to banish itself And in this case, Alistair the Invoker, in order to conduct a fusion summon, that's going to bring out the brand new Invoked Baybearer that requires either a light or earth.
That'll be just effect.
Okay.
So going to go ahead and activate the effect there. Back into the deck, more resources, more attack points. He's got to build up a field here. We've seen what happens when you let your opponent get to the next turn.
I'm thinking if I'm banishing from your grave with his effect.
Yeah.
So considering still on resolution whether or not we're going to banish, maybe deciding, do I need a dark that bad?
Peter James Lausier.
Yeah.
So he looked into the extra deck there, kind of check the materials of all of his fusions. But he is going to go ahead and banish the Fajal Harmonia.
Have it.
And now we see working here as a mid-turn extender, also putting up a form of interaction. Spirit.
Firacom is back there, also setting the Invocation Sword. May have to get one more turn to Kazuma before you close it out, but at least he's trying to ensure that he's got future follow-up.
Yeah, unfortunately, this isn't one of those situations where you can flip up the sword. One of the downsides of it being a quick play, of course, is that when it is set, it's not something you can activate this turn.
Okay with that.
You do, viewing it as an interaction on the opponent's turn, being a quick play, it has that benefit. It's interesting. The trade-off, and now we see it looks like
the Book of Law. Okay.
The Book of Law.
So the way this works is he's going to tribute a monster and then special summon an invoked monster. This is going to be treated as a fusion summon out of the extra deck. It's cool to actually see that. It is a quick play too, but just going to activate this during the main phase. And that's going to make choices. Oh, wow. Going to the Magistus package,
no
technically.
Yeah, this is Invoked Magistus Omega.
That is a Draco Talker.
It is a Draco Choker. I love just like 15 rounds, and these guys are still having a great time. These are World Championship competitor quality duelists.
And now we're going to continually link summon. It looks like Alistair and Spirit is going to be sent away. Now that does remove the Divine Spirit from the field. No longer able to use its on-field interaction.
Skull effect.
But that'll be okay, because now we're going to go into Sky Striker Ace Azalea. Azalea is going to destroy the Magistus Omega.
Thinking about if I'm equipping as well. It equips itself as well.
Right, so we're going to bring out our new Alistair the Reminiscent. And are we going to equip? To equip or not to equip?
I will equip.
Okay. He will equip. That is the answer.
Oh, that's called effect.
Yeah.
So Reminiscent. I'm going to go ahead and banish the Invoked Raijin.
I guess.
Yeah, it's costly.
And there is another Invocation Sword, except I believe this one is going to go to the hand. Which means he can use it this turn. He's already got the follow-up for next turn. A lot of monsters there, but we're going to activate Invocation first.
Classic Invocation will allow him to utilize either player's graveyard. Looks like he's going to go Baybearer and the on-field Almirage. Look at that. That Almirage, it was basically a free monster on the field and a small amount of protection against certain situations as well. Here being used as fusion material.
For the Elysium, I've learned my lesson.
I will enter battle.
Now we're going into the battle phase. 28.
Please
It gets 1,000 for the.
Getting 1,000 attack off of the Magistus equip card there, so 2,800 it is.
And then I think Elysium is 3,200 if I recall correctly. 4,000 defense too. It's an enormous monster.
But
28.
that does mean I think Kazuma is going to get one additional turn. And
Now we're going to use the quick play sword in
there
the
we go.
battle phase.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
It is indeed a quick play.
Never mind, because with only 2,000 life points, most of those fusions are likely big enough. We're going to go ahead and return, looks like 3 fusions. I think Hyper Invoked Aeon is going to close this duel out.
What a way to end the last feature match of Swiss. The brand new Hyper Invoked Aeon in the battle phase, activating to banish 3 cards.
And there's the handshake. Wow, okay, well, definitely had some good foresight of what this duel was going to look like, Joe, because man, look at Shannon smile as he finishes this tournament at 12-3, a record that could get him into the top 8, could get him not much closer to the World Championship, but most importantly, man, you were right, this deck is cool.
You know, 12-3 is a record. There will be some players in the top 8, at least more than likely, that have that record. It's no guarantee it'll be Shannon. We don't know until we've actually calculated the tiebreakers, but there is a possibility that there's going to be an Invoked here in the top 8. As we saw over in Europe earlier today, Invoked is a brand new strategy that's bringing, or at least a strategy that's been reimagined, that brings some very fascinating tools